Extradelic Media Group releases a new non-fiction book, Theology of Digital Physics, Phenomenal Consciousness, the Cosmic Self and the Pantheistic Interpretation of Our Holographic Reality. Written by Alex Vikulov, foreword by Antonin Tuman, Ph.D., format, Kindle ebook. Press release, San Francisco, November 25, 2019. The Science and Philosophy of Information book series is adapted for general audience from the grand volume titled The Syntellect Hypothesis, 5 Paradigms of the Mind's Evolution, a treatise by philosopher Alex Vikulov on the ultimate nature of reality, consciousness, the physics of time, philosophy of mind, digital physics, foundations of quantum physics, the technological singularity, transhumanism, the impending phased transition of humanity, the simulation hypothesis, economic theory, the extended Gaia theory, transcendental metaphysics and God. In this book 4 of the series, the author addresses some of the most fundamental questions of theology. How can we redefine and extrapolate the concept of God from the digital physics perspective? What is our personal relationship to God? What are mechanics behind our conscious experience? What is phenomenal consciousness? What links quantum mechanics and consciousness? Is evolution a teleological process? Can we reconcile science and theology? What is the purpose of it all? What is the meaning of our lives? Having invented the gods, perhaps we can turn into them. Alan Harrington. This is the opening quote to Volume 4 of the Science and Philosophy of Information series. In his foreword, Dr. Antonin Tuman writes, with this fourth and final volume of the Science and Philosophy of Information series, Vikulov dives in the deeper secrets of consciousness and its physical correlates. The author scrutinizes the rich world of information technology and joins the body of digital philosophers and digital physicists, who do not take the traditional reductive materialism for granted. After all, information requires consciousness to be meaningful and organized. Since we live in a world which isn't random, but organized at every level, a role for consciousness seems unavoidable. The digital theologian shows us compelling evidence from quantum mechanics, mathematics and computer sciences, which not only aligns with a philosophical worldview of the primacy of consciousness, but which also assigns a role to information as its modus operandi. One of the biggest surprises in theology, metaphysics and cybernetics this year, this new book is a deep philosophical treatise and popularization of digital physics as one of the leading contenders for the quantum gravity theory, a theory of everything that would unify relativistic and quantum physics. Written by Alex Vikulov, foreword by Antonin Tuman, Ph.D., publisher, Extradelic Media Group, publication date, November 25, 2019, format, Kindle ebook, print book length, 325 pages, price, $9.99. Here's one of the revelatory passages from the book. Spiritually inclined rationalists may view this ongoing evolutionary process as one of theogenesis. On a long billions of years evolutionary journey from the first primordial prokaryote to a Solaris-like planetary mind, we're merely years away from this cardinal metamorphosis. As a proponent of the Omega Point cosmology, the author writes, with the inclusion of God as origin and end of the universe, human consciousness could ascend to the transcendent self, that is, proceed to the final stage of consciousness evolution, experiential cognition of God. The whole itinerary of consciousness ascension to the teleological attractor could be regarded as a hierarchy of regress, or the ability to be drawn back to God by dividing into individual evolving experiences contemplating everything in creation. Alex Vikulov is a futurist, digital philosopher, neo-transcendentalist, transhumanist singularitarian, cosmist, independent scholar, evolutionary cyberneticist, consciousness researcher, media commentator, painter and author who lives in Burlingame, California. Recently published works include The Syntellect Hypothesis, 5 Paradigms of the Mind's Evolution, 2019, The Origins of Us, Evolutionary Emergence and the Omega Point Cosmology, 2019, The Physics of Time, D. Theory of Time and Temporal Mechanics, 2019. The Intelligence Supernova, Essays on Cybernetic Transhumanism, The Simulation Singularity and the Syntellect Emergence, 2019. Theology of Digital Physics, Phenomenal Consciousness, The Cosmic Self and the Pantheistic Interpretation of Our Holographic Reality is now available as ebook on Amazon.